Psalms 91 through 105 of the Book of the Psalms, American Bible Union. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Mark Penfold. Psalms 91 through 105 of the Book of the Psalms, American Bible Union. Psalm 91. Dwelling in the covert of the Most High, he abides in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of Jehovah, my refuge and my fortress, my God, I will trust in him. For he will rescue thee from the snare of the fowler, from the destroying pestilence. With his feathers he will cover thee, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth, a shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid of the terror by night, of the arrow that flies by day, of the pestilence that walks in darkness, of the contagion that wastes at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand. To thee it shall not come nigh. Only with thine eyes shalt thou look on, and see the reward of the wicked. Because thou hast made Jehovah, my refuge, the Most High, thy dwelling place. There shall no evil befall thee, and no plague shall come nigh thy tent. For he will give his angels charge concerning thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. On their hands shall they bear thee up, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread on the lion and the adder, the young lion and dragon shalt thou trample under foot. For he has set his love upon me, and I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he knows my name. He will call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will rescue him and will honor him. With length of days will I satisfy him, and will cause him to see my salvation. Psalm 92. A psalm, a song for the Sabbath day. It is good to give thanks to Jehovah, and to sing praise to thy name, O Most High, to declare thy loving kindness in the morning, and thy faithfulness every night. To a 10-stringed instrument, and to the lute, to the murmuring sound on the harp. For thou hast gladdened me, Jehovah, by thy work. In the works of thy hands I will triumph. How great are thy works, O Jehovah! Thy counsels are very deep. A brutish man knows not, nor does a fool understand this. When the wicked spring up as grass, and all the workers of iniquity flourish, it is that they may be destroyed forever. And thou, Jehovah, art on high forevermore. For lo, thine enemies, Jehovah, for lo, thine enemies shall perish. All the workers of iniquity shall be scattered. But my horn thou wilt exalt as of the wild ox. I am anointed with fresh oil. And my eye had its desire on them that lie in wait for me, and my ear on evildoers that rise up against me. The righteous shall flourish like the palm tree, shall grow like a cedar in Lebanon. Planted in the house of Jehovah, they shall flourish in the courts of our God. Still shall they bear fruit in hoary age, full of sap and green shall they be. To show that Jehovah is upright, my rock, and no unrighteousness is in him. Psalm 93. Jehovah reigns. He is clothed with majesty. Jehovah is clothed with strength. He has girded himself. Yea, the world shall stand fast. It shall not be moved. Thy throne stands fast from of old. Thou art from everlasting. The floods have lifted up, O Jehovah. The floods have lifted up their voice. The floods lift up their dashing waves. Mightier is Jehovah on high than the voice of many waters, the mighty waves of the sea. Thy testimonies are very sure. Holiness becomes thy house, O Jehovah, forever. Psalm 94. God of vengeance, Jehovah, God of vengeance, shine forth. Lift up thyself, thou judge of the earth. Return a recompense upon the proud. How long shall the wicked, O Jehovah, how long shall the wicked triumph? They belch out, they speak rudely, they boast themselves, all the workers of iniquity. They grind thy people, O Jehovah, and thy heritage they oppress. The widow and the stranger they kill, and orphans they murder. And they say, Jah will not see, and the God of Jacob will not attend. Understand, ye brutish among the people, and ye fools, when will ye be wise? He that planted the ear, shall he not hear? Or he that formed the eye, shall not he behold? He that chastises nations, shall not he correct? He that teaches man knowledge? Jehovah knows the thoughts of man, that they are vanity. Happy the man whom thou chastenest, O Jah, and teachest him out of thy law, to give him rest from the days of evil, until a pit shall be dug for the wicked. For Jehovah will not cast off his people, and his inheritance he will not forsake. For unto righteousness shall judgment return, and after it all the upright in heart. Who will rise up for me against evildoers? Who will take his stand for me against workers of iniquity? Unless Jehovah were my help, soon would my soul dwell in silence. When I say, my feet waver, thy mercy holds me up. In the multitude of my thoughts within me, thy comforts soothe my spirit. Shall the throne of iniquity be allied to thee, framing mischief against law? They gather in crowds against the soul of the righteous, and condemn innocent blood. But Jehovah has been a high tower for me, and my rock a rock of refuge. And he returned upon them their iniquity, and cut them off in their wickedness. Jehovah our God will cut them off. Psalm 95. Come, let us sing aloud to Jehovah. Let us shout to the rock of our salvation. Let us come before his face with thanksgiving, and shout to him in songs. For Jehovah is a great God, and a great King above all gods, in whose hand are the recesses of the earth, and the treasures of the mountains are his. Whose is the sea, and he made it, and his hands formed the dry land. Come, let us worship and bow down. Let us kneel before Jehovah our Maker. For he is our God, and we are the people of his pasture and flock of his hand. Today, if ye will hearken to his voice, harden not your heart as at Meribah, as in the day of Massah in the wilderness, where your fathers tempted me, they tried me, also saw my work. 40 years did I loathe the generation, and I said, they are a people that err in heart, and they know not my ways. Wherefore I have sworn in my wrath, they shall not enter into my rest. Psalm 96. Sing to Jehovah a new song. Sing to Jehovah all the earth. Sing to Jehovah, bless his name. Proclaim his salvation from day to day. Declare his glory among the heathen, his wonders among all the peoples. For great is Jehovah, and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods. For all the gods of the peoples are nothings, and Jehovah made the heavens. Honor and majesty are before him, strength and beauty in his holy place. Give to Jehovah, ye families of peoples. Give to Jehovah glory and strength. Give to Jehovah the glory of his name. Bring an offering and come into his courts. Worship Jehovah in the beauty of holiness. Tremble before him, all the earth. Say among the heathen, Jehovah reigns. Yea, the world shall stand fast. It shall not be moved. He will judge the peoples in rectitude. Let the heavens rejoice and the earth exult. Let the sea roar and the fullness thereof. Let the field triumph and all that is therein. Then shall all the trees of the wood be joyful before Jehovah, for he comes to judge the earth. He will judge the world in righteousness, and the peoples in his faithfulness. Psalm 97. Jehovah reigns. Let the earth exult. Let the multitude of isles be glad. Clouds and darkness are round about him. Righteousness and judgment are the foundation of his throne. Fire goes before him, and burns up his foes on every side. His lightnings lightened the world. The earth saw and quaked. Mountains melted like wax at the presence of Jehovah, at the presence of the Lord of the whole earth. The heavens declared his righteousness, and all the peoples saw his glory. Ashamed shall all be that serve a graven image, that make their boast of idols. Worship him, all ye gods. Zion heard and was glad, and the daughters of Judah exulted because of thy judgments, O Jehovah. For thou, Jehovah, art most high over all the earth, art greatly exalted above all gods. Ye that love Jehovah hate evil. He preserves the souls of his saints. He rescues them out of the hand of the wicked. Light is sown for the righteous, and gladness for the upright in heart. Be glad, ye righteous, in Jehovah, and give thanks to his holy memorial. Psalm 98. A Psalm. Sing to Jehovah a new song, for he has done wondrous things. His right arm and his holy arm have wrought salvation for him. Jehovah has made known his salvation. Before the eyes of the heathen has he revealed his righteousness. He has remembered his loving kindness and his truth toward the house of Israel. All the ends of the earth have seen the salvation of our God. Shout to Jehovah, all the earth. Break forth and be joyful and sing praise. Sing praise to Jehovah with the harp and the voice of song, with cornets and sound of trumpet. Shout before the King Jehovah. Let the sea roar and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell therein. Let the floods clap their hands. Let the mountains be joyful together before Jehovah, for he comes to judge the earth. He will judge the world in righteousness, and the peoples in rectitude. Psalm 99. Jehovah reigns. Let the people tremble. He sits above the cherubim. Let the earth shake. Jehovah is great in Zion, and high is he above all the peoples. Let them praise thy great and terrible name. It is holy. And the king's strength loves judgment. Thou dost establish equity. Thou dost execute judgment and righteousness in Jacob. Exalt ye Jehovah our God, and worship at his footstool. He is holy. Moses and Aaron among his priests, and Samuel among them that call on his name. They called upon Jehovah, and he answered them. In the pillar of cloud he spoke to them. They kept his testimonies, and the statutes he gave them. Jehovah our God, thou didst answer them. A forgiving God wast thou to them, and one that took vengeance on their deeds. Exalt Jehovah our God, and worship at his holy mount, for Jehovah our God is holy. Psalm 100, a psalm of thanksgiving. Shout to Jehovah, all the earth. Serve Jehovah with gladness. Come before him with exultation. Know that Jehovah, he is God. He it is that made us, and we are his people, and the flock of his pasture. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving, his courts with praise. Give thanks to him, bless his name, for Jehovah is good. His mercy is forever, and his faithfulness to generation and generation. Psalm 101, a psalm of David. Of mercy and of judgment will I sing. To thee, Jehovah, will I sing praise. I will act wisely in a perfect way. When wilt thou come to me? I will walk in the integrity of my heart within my house. I will set no wicked thing before my eyes. The work of them that turn aside I hate. It shall not cleave to me. A froward heart shall depart from me. An evil man I will not know. He that secretly slanders his neighbor, him will I cut off. He that is of a high look and a proud heart, him will I not bear. My eyes are on the faithful of the land, that they may dwell with me. He that walks in a perfect way, he shall serve me. He that practices deceit shall not dwell within my house. He that speaks lies shall not abide in my sight. Morning by morning will I destroy all the wicked of the land, to cut off all workers of iniquity from the city of Jehovah. Psalm 102, a prayer of the afflicted when he is overwhelmed and pours out his complaint before Jehovah. O Jehovah, hear my prayer, and let my cry for help come unto thee. Hide not thy face from me in the day when I am in trouble. Incline to me thine ear. In the day when I call, make haste to answer me. For my days consume away in smoke, and my bones glow with heat like a firebrand. My heart is smitten like the grass, and dries up, for I forget to eat my food. Because the voice of my groaning, my bones cleave to my flesh. I am like to a pelican of the wilderness. I have become as an owl among ruins. I watch, and have become like a lonely sparrow on the housetop. All the day my enemies reproach me. They that are mad against me swear by me. For I have eaten ashes like bread, and have mingled my drink with weeping. Because of thine indignation and thy wrath, for thou hast taken me up and cast me away. My days are as the lengthened shade, and I am dried up like the grass. But thou, Jehovah, shalt sit on the throne forever, and thy remembrance is to all generations. Thou wilt arise, wilt have mercy upon Zion. For it is the time to favor her, for the set time is come. For thy servants take pleasure in her stones, and her dust they favor. And the heathen shall fear the name of Jehovah, and kings of the earth thy glory, because Jehovah has built up Zion, is seen in his glory. He has turned unto the prayer of the destitute, and has not despised their prayer. This shall be written for the generation to come, and a people to be created shall praise Jah. Jehovah bent down from his holy height. Jehovah from heaven looked on the earth, to hear the groaning of the prisoner, to loose those that are appointed to death, to declare in Zion the name of Jehovah, and his praise in Jerusalem. When the peoples are gathered together, and the kingdoms to serve Jehovah. He has humbled my strength in the way. He has shortened my days. I say, my God, take me not away in the midst of my days. Thy years are throughout all generations. Of old thou didst lay the foundation of the earth, and the heavens are the work of thy hands. They shall perish, but thou shalt endure, and all of them shall waste away like a garment, and as a vesture thou wilt change them, and they pass away. But thou art the same, and thy years shall have no end. The sons of thy servants shall dwell in the land, and their seed shall be established before thee. Psalm 103, a psalm of David. Bless Jehovah, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Bless Jehovah, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits. Who forgives all thine iniquities, who heals all thy diseases, who redeems thy life from the pit, who crowns thee with loving kindness and tender mercies, who satisfies thy mouth with good. Thy youth renews itself as the eagle. Jehovah executes righteousness and judgment for all the oppressed. He made known his ways to Moses, his deeds to the sons of Israel. Compassionate and gracious is Jehovah, slow to anger and abundant in mercy. He will not always chide, nor keep his anger forever. He has not dealt with us according to our sins, nor rewarded us according to our iniquities. For as the heavens are high above the earth, so great is his mercy toward them that fear him. As far as the east is from the west, so far has he removed our transgressions from us. As a father has compassion on his children, Jehovah has compassion on them that fear him. For he knows our frame, he remembers that we are dust. As for man, his days are as grass, as the flower of the field, so he flourishes. For the wind passes over it, and it is gone, and its place shall know it no more. But the mercy of Jehovah is from everlasting, and to everlasting on them that fear him, and his righteousness to children's children, to them that keep his covenant, and to them that remember his precepts to do them. Jehovah has established his throne in the heavens, and his kingdom rules over all. Bless Jehovah, ye his angels, the mighty in strength that execute his word, hearkening to the voice of his word. Bless Jehovah, all his hosts, his ministers that do his pleasure. Bless Jehovah, all his works, in all places of his dominion. Bless Jehovah, O my soul. Psalm 104. Bless Jehovah, O my soul. Jehovah my God, thou art very great. Thou art clothed with honor and majesty, who coverest thyself with light as with a mantle, who stretchest out the heavens like a curtain, who frames his chambers in the waters, who makes the clouds his chariot, who goes on the wings of the wind, who makes the winds his messengers, his ministers flaming fire. He founded the earth on its bases, that it should not be moved for ever and ever. Thou didst cover it with the abyss as with a garment. The waters stood above the mountains. At thy rebuke they fled. At the voice of thy thunder they hasted away. While mountains rise, valleys sink, to the place which thou didst found for them. A bound thou didst set, that they should not pass over, should not return to cover the earth. He sends out springs in the valleys. They run among the mountains. They give drink to every beast of the field. The wild asses quench their thirst. Above them dwell the fowls of heaven. From among the branches they utter a voice. He waters the mountains from his chambers. The earth is sated with the fruit of thy working. He causes grass to grow for the cattle, and herbs for the service of man, bringing forth food out of the earth. And with wine he gladdens the heart of man, making the face to shine with oil, and with bread he strengthens man's heart. The trees of Jehovah are sated, cedars of Lebanon which he planted, where birds make their nests. The stork, cypresses are her house. The high mountains are a refuge for wild goats, the rocks for the conies. He made the moon for seasons. The sun knows his going down. Thou dost put darkness, and it is night, wherein all the beasts of the forest are in motion. The young lions roar for the prey, and seek their food from God. The sun arises, they retire, and couch down in their dens. Man goes forth to his work, and to his toil until evening. How manifold are thy works, O Jehovah! In wisdom hast thou wrought them all. The earth is full of thy riches. That sea great and broad on every hand, where are moving things and without number, both small and great beasts. There go the ships, that Leviathan thou hast formed to sport therein. They all wait for thee, to give their food in its season. Thou givest to them, they gather. Thou openest thy hand, they are sated with good. Thou hidest thy face, they are troubled. Thou withdrawest their breath, they expire and return to their dust. Thou sendest forth thy breath, they are created, and thou renewest the face of the ground. Let the glory of Jehovah be forever. Let him rejoice in the works of his hands. He who looks on the earth and it trembles. He touches the mountains and they smoke. I will sing to Jehovah while I live. I will sing praise to my God while I am in being. Sweet shall be of him my meditation. I will be glad in Jehovah. Sinners shall be consumed from the earth, and the wicked, they shall be no more. Bless Jehovah, O my soul. Praise ye Jah. Psalm 105. Give thanks to Jehovah. Call upon his name. Make known his deeds among the peoples. Sing to him, sing praise to him. Talk of all his wondrous works. Glory in his holy name. Let the heart of them that seek Jehovah rejoice. Seek after Jehovah and his strength. Seek his face evermore. Remember his wonders that he has wrought, his portents and the judgments of his mouth. Seed of Abraham his servant, sons of Jacob his chosen ones. He, Jehovah, is our God. His judgments are in all the earth. He remembers his covenant forever, the word he commanded to 1,000 generations, which he ratified with Abraham, and his oath to Isaac, and confirmed it to Jacob for a statute, to Israel for an everlasting covenant, saying, To thee will I give the land of Canaan, the portion of your inheritance. When they were a small number, few and strangers in it, they went from nation to nation, from one kingdom to another people. He suffered no man to oppress them, and he reproved kings for their sake, saying, Touch not my anointed ones, and to my prophets do no harm. And he called for a famine upon the land. He broke all the staff of bread. He sent a man before them, for a servant was Joseph sold. His feet they hurt with fetters. He was laid in irons. Until the time that his word came, the saying of Jehovah had cleared him. The king sent and freed him, the rulers of the peoples, and loosed him. He made him lord of his house, and ruler over all his substance, to bind his princes at his pleasure, and teach his elders wisdom. And Israel came into Egypt, and Jacob sojourned in the land of Ham, and he made his people fruitful exceedingly, and made them stronger than their foes. He turned their heart to hate his people, to plot against his servants. He sent Moses his servant, Aaron whom he had chosen. They set his signs among them, and portents in the land of Ham. He sent darkness, and he made it dark, and they rebelled not against his words. He turned their waters to blood, and caused their fish to die. Their land swarmed with frogs in the chambers of their kings. He said, and there came flies, lice in all their border. He gave them hail for rain, flaming fire in their land, and smote their vines and their fig trees, and broke the trees of their border. He said, and there came locusts, and caterpillars, and without number, and devoured every herb in their land, and devoured the fruit of their ground. And he smote all the firstborn in their land, the firstlings of all their strength. And he brought them out with silver and gold, and there was not a feeble one among his tribes. Egypt was glad when they went out, for their dread had fallen upon them. He spread a cloud for a covering, and fire to give light in the night. They asked, and he brought quails, and satisfied them with the bread of heaven. He opened the rock, and waters flowed. They ran in the deserts, a river. For he remembered his holy word, Abraham his servant, and brought out his people with joy, his chosen ones with triumph, and gave them the lands of nations, and the labor of peoples they inherit, that they might keep his statutes, and observe his laws. Bless ye Jah. The end of Psalms 91 through 105. Recording by Mark Penfold.